What does it say about you, the resilience, and the message it sends to this team and to this fan base that after that conversation you and Mark had, now this is another game where you really stepped up defensively, and he said you guys had that conversation after the Ole Miss game. What message does that send?
Just that I'm gonna be an everyday guy, it's not. I told Coach, he's like, "Are you gonna bring that same energy today?" And I'm like, "Coach, I'm doing this every game, every practice now, and it's just about me just trying to better myself and understand that I'm not just doing it for myself, but for my team as well. So, just trying to go out there and give my all every time."
Was the no look? Was that impromptu? It was a no look, right?
It was.
How cool was that play? Just to see the roof kind of blow off.
Yeah, that was probably one of the top plays of my career, honestly. Just talking to O about it, he cut at the perfect time. Once I saw him move, I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's perfect." But yeah, it was a great feeling, man, just to have that kind of play and such a big game like that, and to do it at home even more, it made it more special. So it was a good feeling for sure.
What does it take when Lamont goes down and you guys played without him and had to play different style, different roles? He's back in, then leaves. It's like you guys are having to be flexible so much, which is a strength. It's got to be frustrating too. But is that a strength that you feel like everyone should appreciate?
Yeah, I feel like this team is really good in adverse situations. I think there's some situations that you can't really plan for and you can't prep for. Having two people like them, go down. But we just have so many guys that are super confident and resilient, and they're able to step up for us. So it's kind of like a next man up mentality, and everybody's been doing it really good.
It seems like you've been getting more into the paint these last few games, a lot more, and then either getting some creative finishes or looking for guys like you did with Otega tonight. Is that something you've been trying to do specifically?
No, for sure. I don't go into a game, thinking about what exactly I'm going to do, but I know it's a part of my game, so I know that I'm being run off the line a lot, and obviously all the attention goes to my shooting. Everybody wants to make sure I don't get shots, but I feel like I have counters to that, so just on getting some paint touches and trying to get a bucket for myself and for my teammates, and I know that's something I can do.
Is that something you've had to do much in the past, back going to Dayton, or is that kind of newish?
Not really. I feel like in a way I've always had it, but I just didn't have quite the opportunity to kind of do those things. But here Coach emphasizes how he wants me to do those things. He talks to me every day about getting paint touches, getting in there with 2 feet, and just making the right decision. So it's something that I feel a lot more comfortable with doing now.
Taking a flash poll, do you prefer Mountain Mamba or Holler Baller for Trent?
I like Mountain Mamba, man, just because of where he comes from, and I'm a big Koby Bryant fan too, and I see Mamba in him for sure. So I think I'm gonna go with that one for sure.
What's he done to get to this point where he can score 11 against the best defensive team in the country?
Honestly, just his preparation, just the fact that he's come in every single day since he's been here, and he's put in the hardest work, something that every single day what you're gonna get from him, and it's not just in games but in practices, man. He goes hard all the time, and it's things like that, they go a little bit unnoticed, but in times like this is where you get to reflect on it a little bit.
When you have a team with a lot of older guys and then a handful of younger guys like that, how gratifying is it for you older guys when you see one of the young guys get to have moments like this, knowing how hard he's working?
For me personally, it's such a good feeling. Just it kind of feels like watching myself a little bit, just because I remember being in their shoes and going through those moments and having a big moment, big game like that. And it's just like I said, man, those guys, they put in the work. So just to see them, see the work pay off, I think it's going to give them a lot more confidence and just make sure that they keep going. So
they say
that makes me very happy.
There's a point in a freshman's year where he's not a freshman anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have that point? Could you remember that? And does Trent look like he's kind of gotten past that?
For myself, I might have not had that moment. I think I probably had that moment when I became a sophomore. But Trent, man, I would probably say it was last game, or maybe even before that. There was when we played at Tennessee. Yeah, he hit a big shot, and I'm like, oh, damn, he took that, and he made it. And he's super confident in himself, man. It's just that's just the kind of player he is, and he goes out there and he bangs in 3 threes when we need it, and it's just amazing to watch.
How much energy does that bring?
I talked about just how special the 606 is. He gave a shout out to Eastern and talked
talked about you playing for them when you were out there. I know you're in the moment. Do you feel that you're kind of playing for a whole region of kids and people that have that same dream that you're living?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just try to show them that anything's possible. I mean, that's such a great area and so many passionate fans. I mean, even through high school, we kind of had the whole Eastern Kentucky rudeness on at the state tournament, and now that they get to bag me here, I mean, it's really cool. I just want to show the kids there that anything's possible if you just work hard and trust God, and all your dreams will pan out the way that it should.
Living over in Harlan, you probably had to make a lot of trips to Knoxville to do stuff, and probably a lot of Tennessee fans around you. You talked just briefly a second about growing up with being a Kentucky fan, Tennessee as a rival. You played well in both of the games against them. Fuel you in any way of growing up them as a rival?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like 15 minutes from my house and you can be in Tennessee, so there's definitely, once you cross that, there's a little Tennessee fans. I mean, go to Knoxville for my mom to get her hair done and stuff like that. If we want to go sit down in a restaurant, that's the quickest place. But I mean, me and my family's Kentucky, thick and thin, so I mean, we're cats in our house.
Do you remember taking any crap in particular, anything jump out where you had to put up with some trash talking from Tennessee fans after a win?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, mostly Kentucky's all blue, so that's a good thing.
How comfortable do you feel out there, and how have you seen your confidence kind of grow as the season going on?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just trying to get better game in and game out, practice. And, I mean, it's just cool being able to play with so many guys. Like I said, I mean, they just instill confidence with me. Coach Pope instills confidence into me. So whenever you have those two things, it makes it so much easier.
So if
What's
Tennessee
it like playing
beats,
on a team in which every night everybody is counted on and come in and play?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think that's what makes it special. I mean, we have so many guys up and down the roster. I mean, it can be one guy's not this night, and then next week it's somebody else's. So I think that's what makes us really special and really hard to guard.
so if Tennessee beats Kentucky, does your mom put off the hair appointment for a week?
Maybe. She might.
You ever wrapped your head around the fact that 10 months ago you were headed to South Carolina, and look where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, it's just God's plan. I was just trusted in that as long as I can. I mean, that's the big thing. I mean, God's plan for me is what I want. I just try to trust it, and even when things go bad, things I don't really know what's going on, I just always lean back to that.
I remember talking to you earlier, and it was like right after it happened, were you hoping they were going to call once you knew that Mark Pope was here?
Yeah, I mean, I was just, like I said, just trusting God's plan. I mean, whatever he had for me, whatever path, I was trusting and going with it. So that's what makes it so special about being a Christian.
How bad did you want the and one? And those are pressure free throws at the time. It was a lot closer game at the moment.
Yeah, I thought it was dropping in, but thankfully I got to step up and the ball went in, so that was big for us.
Like first three, you threw something. Well, I mean, you were celebrating pretty quick. Normally, you're pretty even.
Yeah.
But were you kind of comfortable from the jump? Really?
Yeah, that was shout out Ansley. I've been telling the guys that, I mean, they've been getting me. I got to throw a little celebration in. So I don't think I did on the other two, but I just kept it even keel. But yeah, that shout out Ansley took the celebration.
Everyone has to be so flexible on this team. Everything's kind of changing with these injuries, guys in and out. For you, I mean, how has this been kind of a challenge, but also kind of a fun opportunity for you to get in, get more minutes, and kind of step up for this team when they really need you?
Yeah, it's been really cool. I've just tried to stay ready the entire time. I mean, no matter if everybody's healthy or we're a little depleted, just try to stay ready because I know my time will come.
I've heard it said before that a lot of freshmen reach a point in their first year where they get over this hump or they don't feel like a freshman anymore. Do you feel like you're kind of crossing that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit. I mean, we always have a few freshman mistakes here and there, but I mean, just the coaches, they just push me and give me the green line, stuff like that, so that makes it so easy.
Sorry you were asked this already, but if you could, again, just beating Tennessee twice now and you making big plays in both games, how good does it feel to get a season sweep over a rival?
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool, and it's really big for our fans, too. I mean, coming into this game, we went 2-0 and we got the second one in front of Rupp Arena. That's really special.
Trent, talk about the confidence that Coach is instilling in you all consistently, especially you and Travis. You know, you guys being from Kentucky, I know this kind of means a little bit more for you all. But just talk about how much confidence he puts in you all day to day. And he kind of hinted a little bit that you guys have like a shooting game that you guys do during practices and things like that, or sometimes staying after. Just kind of talk about the environment, how you guys are able to kind of shape together and play together, and how much better that makes you all overall.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, they do instill so much confidence into me. Yeah, me, Colin, and CP, we had a thing called the Freshman Cup, but Coach Fox changed it to the sophomore cup because he says we're sophomores now. We've grown up. So all the time after practice, we always do this little shooting game. You're gonna have to ask him who won today at shoot around because I mean that was me. But it's really fun. We just get to get extra shots with each other and be competitive at the same time. So it's fun to do it with them.
I'm sure you've noticed that Koby hits a three, everybody goes nuts. Ansley's three, but they're a little louder for yours. What does that feel like growing up as a kid in Kentucky, and especially in an environment like this against the team?
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. I mean it's everything I've dreamed of. Hitting a three in Rep Arena, especially against Tennessee. I mean that's great. I mean you really have to take a second to get locked back in on defense because Rep Arena is so loud. Your ears are ringing running down the floor. It's crazy. That's a shout out to our fans, best fans in the country.
And rankings and that kind of stuff, but 7-1 against teams in the top 15 is a pretty unbelievable stat. What is working so well for you guys when you are playing the best of the best? What makes this team ready to compete like that?
We got some dogs, you know. When we out there, you're playing against teams that are supposed to be better than us. You know, we got a lot of dogs, got a lot of guys who, you know, have that underdog mentality, and we go out there, we fight every time. And I feel like some of these teams aren't really ready for us to, you know, be out there punching them in the mouth every single time and continue to keep punching and punching and punching. Because at the end of the day, it's really just a dog fight out there.
Yeah. When do you find out a team has dogs? Does it have to happen in a game?
Yeah, because it has to happen in a game. It has to happen because when the game is when adversity hits, is when you feel the crowd pressure. You know, there's so many other outside factors that happen in the game that you can't really, you know, mimic anywhere else. So I feel like when you're playing these games, when you realize you have dogs, and you got a lot of dogs on the team. For sure.
Better feeling, one of those 3-pointers or the Euro step?
Probably the Euro. The Euro was tough. I'm not gonna lie, the Euro was tough. The and 1 too. The crowd was going crazy. We needed that bucket at that point too. So probably that was a better feeling.
Coach Pope said he didn't know that was in you. Did you pull that out of a special place tonight?
Yeah, you know, I had to go deep in my bag of tricks tonight for that one. You know, obviously here so far I've been, you know, more of a catch and shoot spot up shooter, but when guys are running me up the line, you know, I got to figure out a way to help the team in other ways offensively. So just took it to the lane and see where it takes me.
When you've had so many guys go down and in and out of the lineup so many times and guys are banged up, do you kind of have to add?
No, yeah.
Does everybody have to take it on themselves?
No, definitely. Obviously, it's the next man up mentality. You have to be able to step up into your role because, especially with Jackson now and then Lamont going out late, we need guys to step up and, you know, embrace these enhanced roles.
When Lamont went out, what was just kind of the message? Because that happened late at the game, kind of right when you guys had total momentum, and it just kind of, how did you prevent that from sucking the life out of you guys?
Next man up mentality. You know, we got a veteran team. You know, we tried to make sure that we knew we had our brothers back. We didn't know if he was going to come back or not, so you just have to go out there and play as hard as you can. Didn't matter who's in the court. Just go out there, give it your all, get stops, rebound, and do what we got to do.
And the last two games have arguably been your guys' best defensive games, especially in SEC play. Just kind of what's been the mindset shift?
Focus on defense. Focus on defense, getting stops. That's what we're going to focus on practice, focus on in film, getting stops, guarding without fouling, and rebounding. Those have been like big focuses for us recently, and they've been working, they've been helping us win. So.
It's easier to say than to do. What is helping you guys go actually do that?
Just shifting to shifting our mindset. It has to be a different mindset. We got to go out there and, you know, we got to be able to go out there and stop taking defensive side personally. Is what Coach said. Take it personally. Like it's a personal battle. Like don't let the other guy score. You know.
You came out tonight, Tennessee's first two possessions. You forced to turn them over.
Yeah.
You know, is that a sign of?
Yeah, that's definitely a sign.
We're setting the
tone for sure. Yeah, that's what we've been trying to do. You know, we're going to try to continue to build on that, continue to get better at the defensive side because that's going to win championships. At the end of the day, defense wins championships, and we're just trying to work our way to get to where we need to be for March and April.
Can you talk about that next man up mentality? And obviously, you guys being a veteran-led team, just what does it say about Colin and Travis and Trent starting just to contribute more than anybody thought they would?
You know, the freshmen, being a freshman is hard, especially at schools like this, big time schools like this is hard, but they've been so good, you know, going to practice every day, working their butts off every single day, being ready for when their number was called to go out there and help the team any way they can, and you know, I'm just proud of all of them.
What's that pop like in the arena when Trent hits a three?
It's crazy. It's loud. It's a great feeling. Like it's almost deafening how loud it gets in there. It's just awesome.
Yeah, he's representing a lot of his people when he
makes those shots.
Yeah. Do you prefer Pope said tonight that he kind of likes the Harvard baller.
He does. Nah, I like
Koby voted for Mountain Mamba.
Yeah, I'm with Koby. I'm a Mountain Mamba guy. I like the Mountain Mamba. Yeah.
What do you see from him in practice that's allowed him to elevate? And
He's just staying focused. He's staying locked in. He's not letting him not playing affect anything. He's coming in there with the same mindset every single day, trying to get better no matter what. No matter who's in front of him, it doesn't matter what day it is. He's trying to go out there and get better, and it's helping him.
And he's on the floor at the end of the game tonight. I mean, that's asking a lot.
Yeah.
Is that the trust that he's earned from?
Yeah, he definitely earned that trust. We've been putting him in at the game more and more, and he's been performing every single time. So there's no reason for him not to be on the court in those times.
And you and BG had some fun at the end of the game. Just kind of, where does this rank in terms of home celebrations? I know the Florida one was big.
Nah, this one's bigger. It's the biggest one so far, for sure. It's a rival game, sweet, big one for sure.
Thank you, Anthony.